Jaime Bukola Ojo, Jelani Naomi Taibo, Victoria Amo, Chelsea Lakaba Lazaro, Ramika James, Ajama Karam.
They can't put you on your graduate.
This is the School of Computer, Mathematical, and Natural Science. Janel Elizabeth Jackson. Sean R. Wilson Jr. Marco Amari Dickerson. Jada Tony Ada Mitchell. Marcus Kendall McLaurin. Nina Roselle Orozco Manio. Christelle Stella Anna Coleman. Dewan Rashad Teo. Imani Mercedes Perkins. Crystal Shanice Carr. Maya Nikise Purnell. Bianca Armstrong. Kristen Noel Jones. Micah D. Terry. Ben Hora Zagai. Wanjiru Aqua Ian Gatiero. Abad Amos. Betty T. Rucker. Stephen Earl Anderson III. Haya Alhuning. Sidra Shaheen Khan. Janae Shamaka Oke. Sheila Chidinma Onyeka. Jordan Maya Dawson. Karan Osi Chubo. Chindia Gloria Onwuama. Abdul Kadir Abiodun Yusuf. Deandra Monique Harden. Zipporah Bright. Quinlan Olivia Kimball Brown. Ayumidi Deborah Ajayi. Tori Evelyn Marie Holmes. David Oluwesan Adeleki. Kayla Thompson. Joseph Ibok Isema. George M. Martin. Ira Alarash. Dolapo Nerudi. Naya Johnson. Garshel Elaine Griffin. Kobe Jordan Shakur Platini Rooney. Michael Adrian Pierce III. Stacia Ford Barnett. Jonathan C. Oriala. Jasmine Renee Tyler. Rodney Mensa. Christabel Moateng Agapon. Gwendolyn Adol Ofweku. Quasia C. Robinson. Whitney Oakley Williams. Jane Hodge. Johnny R. High. Ali Anil. Somo Chukwa Chemeka Nweki. J. Malik Agbanamari. Michael Boyd Guy III. Niall Walker. Teslin B. Orinde. Brianna M. Davidson. And Johnny Michael Gregory.
The School of Education and Urban Studies. Jasmine Cladonisha Colson. Imani Hensley. Stephanie Hogarth. Lachey Tatiana Porch. Natia Janae Furline. Deja Tucker. Sonia Shante Bowden. Zia Gray. Shanice Sonora Melinda Hardy. Maya R. Boneware. Tatiana Owens. Today, Aja Delane Hubbard. Brittany Wilkerson. Kayla Aline Dukes. Amina Jolene Bright. Deja Jael Kegler. Deshauna Alicia Simmons. Amani Carson. Deshaun Hal Robinson. Stefan Frank Tuani. Esty Renee Clark. Nere Lucas Brown Wilson.
Going to be coming.
Jordan Thomas Quito. Christian R. Bell. Brandon Theodore Womack. Stephanie Robinson. Danelle J. Fernandez. Kristen S. Atherware. Crystal Washington. Oscar Laborton de Etunen.
Miss Robinson, thank you! Thank you! Period! Thank you, that's my sister. She's a teacher.
This is the School of Engineering. Wanjiru R. Wangati. Mackenzie Smith, Shanice L. Thomas. Aisha Janae Nelson, Timitayo O. Okunyemi. Fonte Goggins, Robert Morris II, Maya Bailey McIntyre, Journey Rain Hudson, France Jamal Sabat,
Stand there.
Juan Whitehead, Andres
No, I'm saying stand
O.
over here.
Antoine Easton, Sebastian Lopez, Camilo
Right there and
Kurigi,
stand back.
She's coming through there. She already went over there.
Noah J. Johnson,
Yeah.
Ahmed Adeji
I was waiting
Adamumi,
to see her.
Yeah.
Bobukar Dauda Daikaji,
Go from
D&D
back.
Anyumba, Faisal Adabisi Adihun, Darren R. McDonald, Chappelle Branch, Janel Bailey, Randolph Stephen Brent, Chandra K. Podell, Ridwan A. Coker, Selena Rana Magar, Estelle Akuye Yovo, Cameron Dewan Costin, Ivana Grace Oparabea Perry, Antoine C. Thomas, Abdallah Ali Al-Mazri, Faisal Saeed Al-Niyadi, Abdulrahman Abdullah Al-Mutairi, and Mutlaq Bidwan. Darius Keith Jackers, Lloyd Jepson Jomo Trunku, Abimbola Emmanuel Oyewole, Nicholas Shanklin, Surya Atoha, Cynthia Genera Nosiri, Rebecca O. Olusola, Kayla Christian Thames, Shaquille Griffith, Xavier Christopher Page, Edward Young Mohammed II, Cornelius Opal Rodriguez, Jose Alberto Dominguez Cortez, Madison Saban Harris, Tegan Bagusi, Amal Saleh Al-Shamari.
Performance.
You see her yet?
Marilyn Ivana Happy Kamaha.
The School of Global Journalism and Communication. Natalie Gabrielle Thomas. Samir Naheem Copper. Jared Emmanuel Hester. Joshua Thompson. Jeremy Wright. Darrell Collins Jr. Patrice Hill, Amani Anyara Jones, Deja LaShawn Hurd, Latavia Williams, Cocktail Lakita Marks, Yara Tajay Washington, Diana Michaela Harris, Adiana Oyun, Brianna Taylor, Gloria Ayana Rodway, Jaden Cassidy Day, Michael A. Adidas, Bill S. Robinson III, Tatiana Imani Jackson, Taylor Alante Harris, Antoine Nazay Poole, Matthew Sean Barnwell, Raven Alexis Chapman, Ethan Scott, Jonathan L. Lewis Wyndham, Samira Newby, Zuri Houston, Sydney Searcy, Desmond Chupa De Corona Jr., Aaron Young, Jaquan Asante Hicks, Imani Abigail Dodd, Laurel D. Carroll, Taylor Bozeman, Sydney Michelle Sears, Jessica Barton, Kira Jordan, Kendall Danielle Smith, Dominic Philippe Auguste, Raymond Bogan, David
our final school, the School of Four. Jacqueline Branch. Latosha R. Smith Brown. Malia Stokes. Conmilayo Elizabeth Ajala. Evelyn Adai. Simon Lachey Molina Patrick. Shira L. Hanna. Abigail S. Campbell. Destiny Jean Renee Gaskins. Jordan Trinity Bell. Jamie R. Esters. Deetra M. Craig. Destiny Tershell Threats. Tanea Antoinette Akbara. Amira Q. Jabbar. Dominic N. Hamilton. Salma H. Abdulrahman. Janae Morgan. Casey N. Lassiter. Glennis M. Armstrong. Tasia Branch. Shay Ann McNeil. Jamila Diamond Jackson. Taya Amani Randall. Jaleesa Monet Vaz. Caitlin Leone McDuffie. Aziza Zakaya Saphir Johnson. Akina J. Red. Brianna Gichet Corbin. Marquita D. Golston. Barbara Johnson. Shanae Mary Regine Clark. Keith Michael Kenneth Hill. Wardnina DeConte Marianne Brown. Tashina Clark. Micah A. Bell. Rakiba S. Barnes. Brianna A. Nimiboka. Claricelda Mateo Lebron. Kieja I. Foster. Taylor Sari Brooks. Tamika Carter. Shantae Cherie Knight. Kenyatta Stephanie Weddington. Riche Unique Green. Okusua A. Lee. Ange N. Mbusi. Taylor Slayton Gootrich. Taylor Knott. Tracy Wanjiko Kamal. Michaela Sharon Ballard. Adrian Pierre Jr. Samara Nicole Farrow Stewart, class 2021. Get on your feet for your final candidate. Your final candidate. Make some noise for yourselves and for them. Miranda Deshauna Williams.
All right. That's it. We're going to change the side and toss them. On the other side, move your tassel.
Yeah, and then sing the song.
Uh-huh.
We don't have a book to wait.
Yeah, no good.
His daughter on the horn. Science.
Yeah, Bachelor of Science, Biology.
And you're the school And she's going on after biology. She's not finished getting to her home, so she'll be moving on. Where does she go next?
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of spring 2021. So we can end our program in a timely fashion. But in keeping with a long-standing tradition here at Morgan, I am happy to present to you the president of the senior class. You may be seated while others are coming back to the seats. I am pleased to present Ms. Jordan Dawson. And Jordan is going to issue a salute to the graduates and the university. Ms. Dawson.
Well, hello, class of 2021. Being able to stand in front of and speak to you all in this moment is truly a blessing. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. A moment that I know each and every one of us prayed for and dreamt about. A few months ago, a day like today was wishful thinking and a mere possibility. Over the past year, we have experienced the most unconventional and unorthodox senior year in Morgan State University's history. I think I can speak for all of us when I say we have overcome unbelievable obstacles, hardships, and especially loss. We've managed to graduate from the Morgan State University during a global pandemic. The sacrifice, late nights, and hard work has truly paid off. There are a few takeaways from this speech that I want you all to take heed to. First, we are warriors. We never stop in the face of countless adversity and always prevail. Secondly, the work has just begun. As we venture out into the world, never forget that Morgan is home and you have a family that will support, push, and motivate you beyond what you thought was possible. Lastly, never forget your why. We are our ancestors' wildest dreams. Tackle every avenue in life with intention and purpose. There is nothing too hard or unattainable. Morgan State Class of 2021, it has truly been an honor and a privilege to serve as your senior class president. And I cannot thank you all enough for entrusting me to lead and advocate on your behalf. With that being said, I look forward to us all setting the standard for excellence. We will always lead orange and blue. Thank you, Morgan State University, and congratulations to the class of 2021!
Thank you very much, Ms. Dawson, for your salute to your fellow graduates in the class of spring 2021. And so now I'm going to bring forward Ms. Phyllis C. Davis, because guess what? You are now officially Morganites. And you are about to be sworn in to make sure you never, ever, ever forget that you are now a Morgan alum. And so Ms. Davis is going to come forward. She's president of the Morgan State University Alumni Association, and she is going to induct all of you. For those of you who have not made it back to your seats, I would ask you to stand where you are and be inducted into the Alumni Association. Ms. Phyllis Davis.
And the membership card will be in the middle of the morning.
If I could just take a moment, President Wilson, I would like to thank those in their battalion who are going to serve, as today, fittingly, is Military Armed Forces Day. So thank you. And to those in the audience who have served, thank you for your selfless and steadfast service and keeping our nation safe and free. Four. Will you please stand, graduates?
Yeah, Mom!
And will you repeat after me and state your name? I hereby solemnly pledge unbroken allegiance to alma mater and appreciation for opportunities and for development afforded me as a student at Morgan State University. I pledge active membership in the Alumni Association, wherever I may be, through association with fellow alumni. I shall ever do my best to uphold the ideals and traditions of alma mater. I pledge as a citizen to exemplify the high ideals thus implied. Rendering positive service to community, state, and nation. And so to live as ever, to bring honor and and respect to our alma mater. On behalf of the thousands of Morgan alumni around the world, I welcome the spring 2021 graduates to the Alumni Association. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being with us today to join in this final segment of Morgan's 144th spring commencement exercise. We know that you share our pride in the ladies and gentlemen assembled here who have reached this milestone in their lives, undaunted by the scourge of a global pandemic, and we know that you join us in wishing them much success in their careers and in their advanced studies. And so before I offer a few final words of my own, I want to once again thank Dr. Michael Drake for delivering an amazing commencement address for us today. Thank you also for allowing us to bestow upon you an honorary doctorate degree. Likewise, I want to thank Lonnie Liston Smith for his extraordinary career in music. I grew up listening to you almost in the wee hours of the morning and could never ever get enough of that jazz. And didn't know until I came to Morgan that you were a proud Morganite. So thank you, Lonnie, for really honoring us by allowing us to bestow upon you an honorary doctorate in the high name of Morgan State Excellence. And so some final words to the class of spring 2021. In the fall of 2017, or a bit earlier, I issued to so many of you who were entering as freshmen at this institution at that time a challenge, and I hope you remember. The challenge was simply that you would take your matriculation here at Morgan seriously. The challenge was that you would use all that this university had to offer you wisely. And the challenge was that you would promise me that you would graduate in 2021. And here you are at last, the newest graduates of our national treasure, University. Not only did you accept my challenge, but you met it. And I know you're going to exceed it going forward. Now I know, and we know as a Morgan family, far and wide, all over the globe, that the last 4 or 5 years or so have tested your ability and your resolve to succeed in higher education. We know that. We have challenged you here at Morgan every way that we could. We have challenged you in every respect. And we have dared you to dream dreams far bigger than those dreams that you had when you entered this sacred institution. We have even summoned you to reach for those proverbial stars. And then we caution you along the way that if you grab a star, that your aspiration perhaps was simply not great enough. We have urged you day in and day out, hour after hour, to be truly committed to growing the future and leading the world, because as you walked across the stage and I bestowed upon you your bachelor's degree, we know that you are imbued with the perspectives, with the skills, with the understanding to enable you to dance on the world stage with anyone, any place, anytime, listening to any music. We know that. And you have responded to our charge. And you have received your calling right now to step onto that grand world stage. And we want you to step onto that stage with Morgan pride. We want you to step onto that stage with remarkable vigor and with enthusiasm. And we are so proud of each of you. And we look forward to reading those posts on social media of all of your successes as you climb higher and higher. And so as you leave us, don't forget to come back. Don't forget to come back. Morgan is your home. All of us are living our lives, and life happens, and sometimes it throws you a jab or a left hook, and sometimes you just might not be sure. You may be in a place where you kind of get the sense of whether you belong there. If you ever experience a jab or a left or right hook momentarily, come home. Come home and be recentered and be re-anchored. This is your home, and don't forget that. And please do not forget, as you climb higher on the ladders of success, to reach back and assist those students who will follow in your footsteps. They will be inspired by your example, just as I know you are inspired by all of the examples of Morgan graduates that have come before you. I was inspired today by listening to Mrs. Drake. I was inspired today by Lonnie Liston-Smith and all of the other graduates. We want future Morgan graduates to be inspired by you. So reach back. And then, of all things, my last piece of advice to you is to give back. Don't forget to give back. Give what you can. If it's $1, this institution will accept it. If it's $5, we will accept it. If it's 1,000, we will accept it. If it's 5 million, you know we will accept it. And so give what you can, because when we give what we can to an institution that has stood so proudly, producing so many leaders around the world for 154 years, we are basically saying we want Morgan State University to be here and 3,099 doing the same thing as we are doing today, and that is growing the future, whatever that future will look like in 3,049, and leading the world. Fellow Morganites, congratulations to all of you. This is a special ceremony for me. As many of you know, my son graduated here today, and so this is a special place. We now have 2 official Morganites in our family, my son and his mother. And so congratulations once again to that great class spring of 2021. And so now we're going to close out our program. We're going to actually have the singing of our alma mater. Ms. Michaela Banks will now lead us in the singing of the alma mater. After which we will have the benediction by Reverend Bernard Kills. We ask that everyone in the audience remain standing in place for the alma mater and the benediction, and that you remain in place until the academic recessional has exited the stadium. Ms. Banks.
Did you get me?
You're supposed to stand up.
I am invisible, remember?
We
We used to do it for the whole song. They only do it for the end now.
Some great spirit, when the moment you're born, is called your name, such a time as this. As you step into the next chapter of your life's journey, be steadfast. Offer your hands to the work of the one in whom you trust. Give your feet to walk into your own destiny. Your eyes to see the possible in the midst of that which is impossible. Your tongue to speak for those whose voices are muted by hopelessness and despair. Your mind to discover. Your spirit to meditate on tomorrow's footsteps. But above all, open your heart to welcome the stranger, to embrace the other, and to realize that all of we are one. Give your whole self to the task of making this world a place of peace and a haven of blessing. Amen.
Amen.